Hey, howdy, everybody. My name is Sani, student ID 20030500066. I will discuss intercultural communication. So, let's start. Communication has always been an important of a society. Since the time of our cover developer across tours, people have been communicating in different ways. It is very important because it is useful when we visit or communicate with people who are from other countries. If we are not careful, we may offend someone of the culture. Missing out on particular word or style of communication could cause misunderstanding and uncomfortable feelings of the other person. Intercultural communication sometimes used synonymously with cross-cultural communication. Is a form of communication that aims to share information across different cultures and social groups. It is used to describe the wide range of communication process and problems that naturally appear within an organization made up of individuals from different religions, social, ethnic, and educational backgrounds. Communication can be defined as the action of meaning. This involves the sending and carrying of information between a sender and a receiver. This happens not only through the host of words, but also the thought not verbal factor, such as constant and physical expression. The message received can be very different from the message when sent. The common communication is 1. Search 2. Encoding 3. Message 4. Channel 5. Noise 6. Receiver 7. Decoding 8. Receiver responses 9. Feedback 10. Context. Now I will explain barriers to intercultural communication. 1. Attitude. Simple case. When in Indonesia, towards the Indonesian group, right? Number 2. Perception. The fact that people perceive the same thing in the different ways is particularly important in the intercultural communication. The way we perceive is culturally determined, and the generally lack of awareness of this is others varies to intercultural communication. Number 3. Stereotype. A stereotype is a fixed idea or image that many people have a particular type of person, thing, or even, but sometimes it is not true in reality. Number 4. Interpretation. What is the problem in the situation? A Japanese businessman is negotiating with an Australian partner. 10. The deal will be very difficult. Anyway. Well, what can I help you to solve the problem, Chan? Chan. This is the case of misinterpretation, in which two people have interpreted the same statement in a completely different way. For the Japanese Chan, the message was quite clear. For him, the statement that it would be very difficult means there would be no deal. He expressed this incarnately to be polished and to fight loss of face. The Australian, not being aware of this, thought that there were some problems that could be resolved. Number 5. Culture shock. Culture shock is perceived by the city that result from the losing all our familiar saints and the symbols of social intercourse. The sight or could include the 1,001 way in which we are solvers to the situation in the daily life. Number 6. Nonverbal behavior. While language is the premier means of communication, nonverbal behavior as communication. Nonverbal patterns include gesturing, facial expression, eye contact, body movement, touching, and the use of space and time. Now I will discuss about cultural learning. Before I start, I will show you some figure different phases of cultural learning. As you can see, at the lowest level in the belief that all people are alike, that come a recognition that there are differences, acceptance of the difference, saying why the sentence in the different ways, selecting and making things run smoothly. The process of cultural learning can be helped along by experience, reflection, and training. Intercultural training not only provides information but also develops skill and creates attitude to enable people to progress along the cultural learning curve. Now, the dealing with difference. The word different has appeared in various discussions and now stories lately. To conquer about the phenomenon of the intercultural that is getting strong seem to be the background condition. The statement to reflection how well you are to be an international student. Decide on the research mark in Gibson 2000 and leads in the order of property what person manager in a German company is looking for international manage. 1. Social competence. 2. Openness to other ways of thinking. 3. Culture adaptation. 4. Professional excellence. 5. Language skill. 6. Flexibility. 7. Ability to manage or work in the team. 8. Adaptability of the family. 9. Patience. 10. Sensitivity. If the technical skill is the only criteria for working aboard, the result will be really successful, where growing speed and competitive feats might be important in the multicultural environment. There could be danger an intercultural one, where qualities such as adaptability and high tolerance for ambiguity are more important. Now, we're going to improving intercultural communication. Basically, our communication is cultural refers to the way we have learned to speak using words or verbally and private non-verbal message. In interaction with people from the food culture, a person who is interculturally competent understands the cultural species accept to expression, thinking, feeling, and acting. The basic requirements for intercultural competence are: Number 1. Break the assumption. Assumptions are believed they are the objective truth and are usually influenced by a number of subjective factors. For intercultural communication to totally work, people need to assess their assumption and ask themselves why they hold those ideas or beliefs. By doing so and even openly excitement with others, the initial barrier to intercultural communication is overcome. Number 2. Empathy. A sense of empathy is needed to build social relationship with other people. With empathy, you will be able to understand what other people are thinking and feeling. You will also be trained to respond appropriately in all social situations. Number 3. Involving others in the task or discussion-making approach and build strong relationship using intercultural diversity is a access more creative, approach to problem solving as it incorporated different points of views. Number 4. Discourage a herd mentality. Herd mentality refers to a closed and one-dimensional approach. Such a way of thinking curbs creativity, innovation, advancement as people who restricted how to think, approach, and engage with people or challenge. Okay, that's it. Okay, thanks for listening, and this is my assignment, and see you next time. Bye.